Hello, my name's Teresa McGrath, and I'm contacting you because I would like this to go on record and ask for assistance in contacting a particular person, and I'll detail why shortly. But it's basically for that. So if you could make contact with me once this video is complete, and perhaps we could do a Zoom conversation or something. But what's been happening is that there's such a thing as astral travel. So if you could please look that up. And certain individuals on the planet are able to do it. And that it probably goes by various other names as well. I have never wanted to do it. It's essentially in the energy field, because we are energy, physical beings. And they're able to manipulate their energy field to be at other locations, generally to assist the planet. But there is a lot that do it for other reasons, to manipulate and take advantage of situations and things. If they can manipulate the energy field of another into their mental space, and also affecting their emotions as well, and making energetic connection, linking up in that way, and manipulating if the person is unaware of this, manipulating the way they feel, therefore the way they think, and trying to sort of coax the energy of the person to make certain decisions that pleases the person that's doing the manipulating. So that's been happening to me for over 2 years. To let you know, I function like a normal human being, and my history is in working in various natural therapies. So my actual path is how the energy of us can be assisted by being a channel of this energy. We all are channels of this energy, divine energy. And so for instance, Reiki or even massage therapists, various spiritual natural therapies, they're all aware of being an open channel, and that can assist the energy of the client, the patient, etc. So it's not something we're meant to control. You're the best therapist you can be if you are just an open channel without negative blocks within your own life. So that's what makes you a clear, good therapist. You're not actually doing the healing as such, but you are being guided for the energy flow, and that could come out in words and directions, spiritual direction, or guided to massage a particular area on the body, not only by feeling, but knowing that that's going to assist the whole of the person more for some reason. It's not for us to know why. We just follow that natural guidance that wants good intent. So for the past couple of years, with the contact I made with knowing that I had a soul twin flame connection, so you probably want to look that up as well, and perhaps contact some well-known professionals in the spiritual teaching field, so that you can have an understanding that this is an occurrence. And so with this person I am contacting you about, Matias De Stefano, he hasn't got established a grounding in a mature way. And so constantly And I will acknowledge and have acknowledged and have tried to work with this person as we clear energetic blocks in our own awareness, which I'd already sort of gotten to that stage where it was an open, clear channel, but in his own life, and him and I make our way to a reunion in this life because it assists the planet. He hasn't dealt with it in the most mature response ways, and more there's various ways to describe it, but it's egoic in nature, it's prideful, because as you know, people hold certain beliefs and he expects me to function and communicate and sort of work to his demands in the energy field. And yeah, I don't agree to be physically manipulated, because he constantly manipulates the energy. Like right now, he has done things where he circulates in my field to affect my voice, so it also can affect my tiredness as well. Like it's a draining feeling. But I persevere on with good intent in life and carry on, because we're here to create and do different things. So all in all, he's not functioning towards me in a respectful manner. He ignores what I say, and I have insulted, and after a period of time, because it's 2.5 years, insulted, just spoken word. I stopped written contact in 2023 because he applied pressure to my body and like my breathing space, because he wanted me to do as I was told, which was essentially be his body extension in sexual contact. So manipulate my body in masturbation, because he took that way out of hand. Initially, we did make contact, and that did occur where there was what I believed to be at the beginning, seeing eye to eye, intelligently coming to an understanding, but his information, and he didn't start to be direct and honest. It was more, you need to be part of my fan club, and I'll just, you follow along, and, you're meant to continue this sex thing with me. And there's no way in the world I can do that. I told him plenty of times from 2023 that I can only have that kind of relationship and he wanted it consistently. And I'm talking consistently. There was a time period in 23 where I sat for hours completely upset. It brings me to tears thinking back to it, because it's still going on. And I was sitting in my vehicle and had very little money because he interfered with the people at my workplace, so I had to leave. And I'm sitting in my vehicle in the garage with very little fuel and thinking to myself, who in the hell is going to believe me that this guy is constantly got his energetic hand in and around my pubic bone, And no one would believe me. And so the only person I could contact and have had contact with is a beautiful woman, a spiritual, enlightened teacher in many ways, Carolyn Mace. And she is the only one in this soul journey of mine that knew, could understand, see energetically, observe from a higher, wider spiritual aspect lens, for understanding. In the spiritual path though, it's especially mine, it's not for someone else to step in and clear everything up, which is why this path is a big one and a big shift for the planet, because I have wanted so much for this boy, man of 38, in my dedication, hold faith that with his persona of maturity and enlightened teaching behavior, that he would have a shift in perspective on his own and get out of the prideful, arrogant neglect of being grounded and nice in communication. And so it has been a, yes, shadow and light, and it is still a very much shadow perspective on his end. It like goes into shadow and light, meaning energetically there is times where it feels like there is ease and peace that is going to continue. But for whatever reason, what he thinks, because the thinking guides everything in the energy field, whatever he thinks, he transmits, he projects into the field at me. So, and I don't agree with it, obviously, but because it's this path of clearing and my, I want to say, dedication to holding the faith, that I didn't have to make contact publicly, but obviously with what's happening on the planet, there's a truth shift in change into more lighter perspective functioning. So however much I have to stand up and make this clear and point it out to everyone and anyone, human rights lawyers, barristers, anyone else in connection, to make this known so that this person gets out of this clouded judgment at his forehead that says, I don't have to. For whatever reason he wants to continue from the past, whether it's me insulting him, me not agreeing to the way he wants to live, like he carried on doing his social gatherings of energy healing and assisting planetary shifts, so to speak, to a certain level. But when he has this awareness of me and us in this reunion, it seemed to be all just demand for sexual. And the other part of this is I cannot have a relation on the internet. So I wasn't going to follow him like a fangirl or something. This is my life, and I was 46, so I'm now 48. Just about 49, February 10. And yeah, so I wasn't going to follow along like that. And he had enough time to make contact with me before I shut off contact on the internet. I think I gave 3 or 4 months, because it started in June 23, June, July, August. I think September I shut it all down on the internet. I may have engaged one other time or twice to say F off. Caroline and I will look at making laws, so this is focused on, this is like an actual element, not just someone can get away with this in the energy field that we are all a part of. But you know, I was hopeful, and that's just part of the soul reunion each lifetime. However we meet up in the different lifetimes, you have a sacred contract, like a promise that you're there to connect up for assistance, essentially, in the love. Everything coming to earth is like, choose love as best you can. Choose love. If you're not choosing love and you're giving into fear and you're getting blocked and all different things are occurring, try to remember, come back and choose love. You know, like, love yourself, care for yourself more, make better choices, etc., etc. So that's where my dedication to believing, when things started to feel peaceful, that he was making the shift to, yeah, I have effed up. I have pushed this too far, where someone really shouldn't be treated like physically uncomfortable all the time, through the night, waking me up, trying to make me tired other times, interfering at my workplaces. And I've had one really good job I was in, and then I got another one. So I've had the airport, logo line, and most recently health manufacturing warehouse, Brisbane. I live in Bray Park, Queensland. And all of those, he played a part in my discomfort, because at times, any engagement he has with the energies in my environments are all to do with either his insecurities, playing a part arrogantly, like I shouldn't engage with certain people, or I shouldn't look in the direction, like I would just feel it in my body uncomfortably. He'd try and stuff up whatever I was doing, concentrating on. So he has full awareness that we have a path together, but he's treating it very insecurely. Like, for some reason, being someone who is of a divine, enlightened teacher, he doesn't treat his own life in that field of awareness. He will talk and talk and talk and talk to many people, as you'll see on his social media, but when it comes to his own living, engagement in relation, it's not of a higher nature response to life at all. It is, it's nothing of the sort. It's just very manipulative, like, it's like when someone does things like a child, where they would do things and think they'll be rewarded or get attention. There is always, he's doing something in the field as though he's being a part of it, because he wants my energy focus only on the ghost form of him, the energetic form in presence, and essentially so he can carry on what he's doing and have the sex part as well, because it's not for, it's not what I thought it would be for back in 23, where I thought it would be brief energetic engagement, but he chose it to be more than that, and on the phone. So brief energetic engagement to me would have been like, you know, 3 to 6 months, then taking a step to meet. But yeah, because I'm a person that likes direct, honest communication, contact with people, because of my awareness of the energy field, I can't be around too much stuff kind of energy, like just things for the sake of things. I like clarity, forward momentum, purpose feeling activities. Because I am here as a guide, assisting other people as much as I can through whatever work experience I've had. So yeah, none of this plays out well for me to agree on. And so yeah, there needs to be like I'm not sure exactly, because I don't know who he will listen to, but there needs to be a mediation of some sort, because he will do things to get my attention, to make me think that he is going to stop it, and there's certain dates and times that, and he tries to make his own signs for me to see. And so one, as myself, would see them, give them some attention as though they were like his dedication was to them. You don't give people signs and things if you're not going to dedicate yourself to it. And there would always be the catch, and there still is the catch. Only if you're laying down doing what I say, which is the sexual contact. But no, it's gone way past that point, because I can't have a social media relationship. I haven't been able to live like this for a long time, but I've done my best. I have various experience in relationship awareness from a young age, and to do with the energy of the bigger picture that we don't see. So like, we don't see all of the picture with our two eyes. It's feeling response, not emotional response as such, but sometimes that, but more feeling and receiving more that's going on in the field as to why that's occurring or how it came about. And best ways to move forward more in alignment with like a better response to life, like a, you know, like we can do better than that. And so how does it feel like as to what's the guidance to go forward for the higher response? Yeah, so that's where that's at. Thank you if you've listened to all of that. It is probably new, different, and a strange concept, but it is very much real and alive in the planetary field and consciousness. There are various people that you could contact for more awareness on this fact of the different traveling in the energy field. And I can also give you contacts to contact that. But when this gets shared more, and I will be making like a, I guess a petition of some sort. But whoever listens to this and hears this, yeah, they can also make contact with human rights lawyers, because no one should live like this. We can all find easier ways to get along. There is no excuse. So I ask for your help to please make contact. I will leave all my details, and we can set up a Zoom meeting anytime. I'm currently at home at the moment, not at work, so I'll have time available to discuss any of it. But I really just want any part or facts of the law and the awareness of this introduced coinciding with that, so that we can let this person know, and in future anyone else, because I do believe once this is taken into account that it occurs, that we may look at some other issues where people are experiencing things energetically and they haven't had support in them, perhaps. So just more awareness for humans, because it's real. There is energy that does manipulate lower vibrations, and that's why sometimes people can't pull themselves out of lower spots. I mean, it is the person's participation in going down into different depressive states, but we always have choice. So, you know, if you choose to continue a negative sort of path and mindset, then other energy in the field, it's like a parasitic attachment. If there is energy in the field of the similar vibration, it is going to assist drawing from that person, that entity, its energy field, because that person has like agreed to doing that with itself. So it made that choice to keep going that path. So, you know, there can just be more awareness around all of that, I think. Because sometimes I think medications don't assist the person's betterment as such, but more will keep them in states of sort of a glazed over, not actually engaging life as such. And you don't want to drop out of that engagement with life. And I've noticed myself with this manipulation happening to me and others around me, that at times when I know that it's his manipulation, they have a glazed energy field, as though they're present, but they're allowing something else to talk through them. And he does this with animals and people as well. Like, yeah. So yeah, if you could please kindly make contact, that would be greatly appreciated. Because yeah, I won't stop until I have more support engaging with this, and so that the actual truth of why, you know, there is even contact between me and this person, well, this energy at the moment, it can only assist what's meant to occur. But I don't have any attachment to that, because I just make my choices from like a present perspective. So I'm not like attached to any of the signs for any time period of something occurring, because we're already aware of each other. So it's just whether a mediation of some sort can settle this down into mature awareness, acceptance, and discussion. Because all I really want is my whole field of awareness not disrupted, distracted, felt uncomfortable, in pain, where I'm working with the spirit, like our energy field, to assist more light for it to back down and back away and reconsider light perspectives, not the continual influx of the same kind of attitude, destructive momentum, controlling, wanting me to always sort of stay at home, stay put, don't interact. And I'm not that kind of person. So if that's happening to me, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not doing it. but it doesn't go away because somehow it thinks it's going to win a manipulation to make someone live a certain way. But see, this occurred when I'm 46, so I'm actually lucky, and that's the way the path is meant to go, that over the 4.5 decades, I've been like, for at least 3 decades, aware and constantly in growth of awareness of what's going on behind the scenes. So it's not like someone can easily, you know, change the inspirational ideas like that I receive because of who I am. So if I want to go for a walk, I'm going to go for a walk. I'm not going to stop and give in to someone saying, no, you should stay at home in bed. If I want to engage in anything in life, I'm going to do that because I'm not hurting anyone, and I'm not going to stop. So, but there's a lot of people who aren't educated in this way, and so they can be manipulated. And we don't want that. Especially because this is the shift we're in right now on the planet. As you all would have seen, more truth is coming to light from things being hidden, because there is more light occurring for just a natural evolution in the universe, because planet Earth has been darkened somewhat with this ridiculous disbelief that we are here to manipulate and not to progress and evolve in light ways. And so because the progress and evolve is the truth and nothing but the truth, you can't change the truth. We are here to progress and evolve. Planet Earth was not created so that we could all come here and be shit stirrers and crazy, you know, frantically freaking killing each other. And like, I mean, that's the extreme, but that is connected to all the disbelief that we're anything more than battling for manipulation of limited resource. We're not. Like, we're part of a universe. So it's just freaking insane. And I would like to swear right now and use the F word, but because it has more meaning to the beliefs of like that could really happen. And no, we're here to remind you of the light. And so that's my part of it, part in it. Connecting with others as much as possible. However my soul is called. Yeah. Like all of us. So I'll also pop on there my YouTube channel, because I've been doing some various videos. And even though he tried to shut down my initial YouTube channel, I did create another one. So, okay, I think that's all I want to say. Thanks for listening, and be in contact soon. Bye for now.